What's up guys, Josh Olfert here, back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about how even though I'm a financial advisor, why is it that I still don't really save my money?
I wonder why.
That's all for today guys, thanks for watching. What some of my friends know about me is that when I was, let's say around the high school ages or just getting out of high school, getting those first jobs, I was the most frugal person around. Listen to this, there was one, you won't believe me even, but I'll say it anyways. There was one summer, an entire summer, probably 4 months. One summer I spent less than $10 in an entire summer. When my friends were out, going out, partying, having all sorts of fun, I was an absolute hermit. All I really cared about in life was building my career and investing and reading books like these ones back here. And I actually didn't spend any money. I spent all summer doing nothing except for working, reading, and I spent $10. And I can actually remember what I spent those $10 on. I actually went to Wendy's because I was so hungry. I was about to pass out at work, so I went to Wendy's and got a sandwich. Of course, it's worth it, every dime. I actually, because I was selling suits at, a local, whatever it is, like a suit store, I guess you call it, like a menswear store. And one of the buttons on my suits popped off and I had to pay $3 to get the button put back on. But luckily I had a coupon to a tailor and they actually only charged me $2. All said and done, about $7 there, and then there was some miscellaneous items. But for the course of 4 months, I spent $10. So you may have come across these other finance figureheads, whether on blogs or on YouTube, whatever it might be. You have a guy like Graham Stephan, doesn't spend a dime of the millions he makes. Hermit culture. A guy like Meet Kevin, the guy makes millions of dollars, doesn't spend a dime. Hermit culture. You've got a guy like Andre Jick, he makes so much, he did spend money on a McLaren, which I was pretty jealous of, but still, hermit culture. All that being said, guys, the lesson here is that these finance people who are talking about how much money they make and how much money they have invested in my $6 million investment portfolio, they're talking about these things on YouTube, but they didn't make that money from investing. They made that money from talking about investing, creating content, building a platform on YouTube, all those different things, right? The big lesson here, and the reason I'm not that gung-ho on saving every dime I can, sparing money on coffee, sparing money on dinner, paying less in rent, the reason I'm not there is because I think that if there is any massive jackpot I hit, if there is some, massive right tail event, statistically that means some one-of-a-kind thing that I do that builds wealth for me, it's not going to be investing in an S&P 500 index fund. It's not going to be any of this, picking publicly traded stocks. That's going to come from me building a business or doing something that produces value for hundreds or thousands of people, right? Investing, and I think this is where a lot of young people are going wrong. They're thinking that investing is a free and easy way to expose yourself to an opportunity to hit the jackpot and make millions of dollars. One thing to think about here, guys, if you have, let's say, $10,000 invested and you 10x your money, let's say you bought Amazon or you bought Apple before it just went crazy, even you 100x your money, whatever it might be, you have to do that multiple times. You put $10,000 in, you 10x it, you only have 100,000 bucks. You need to do that over and over and over again. You have to get lucky over and over and over just for your investments to be that thing that does it all for you. I don't believe that's the best way to use markets. I don't think that's how people should invest. I think investing, when done properly, helps you, push yourself towards the top end of the income distribution, push yourself towards the top end of the wealth distribution so you can feel comfortable, so you can have a life that you can enjoy. It's not about becoming a multimillionaire, becoming a billionaire. That's gonna be done from actually building something. And for my next point, guys, I learned this from actually, believe it or not, my girlfriend who is in the beginning of this video. She got me thinking, well, what if I die? What's the point of investing if I'm not gonna live that long to ever see the benefits of it? Sure, I can invest and have all these great benefits at 65, but you know what? I really wanted to look into her argument. And I know when you guys watch these videos, you watch them with your 6 best friends on the couch and you watch me. So it's you and your 6 buddies. And what I found was the statistics show if I'm 25 and I map my life out to 65, the morbidity tables show that I have a 1 in 7 chance of dying before 65 if I'm already 25. That means one of you and your 6 buddies is gonna die before 65. It might be you. The reason I don't focus so incredibly hard on saving every single dime, and I ask this to my clients when I meet them, I say, okay, where on the scale are you? Are you the kind of person who wants to commit 100% of your time, your resources, your energy, and sacrifice all of that for the future? Are you like 100% that way? Or are you the kind of person who wants to live in the moment and spend all the money now and use all your resources and energy to enjoy this moment? Now, you probably fall somewhere on the scale, but all of that being said, if you invest every single dime into creating the life you want when you're 55 or 65, there is a 1 in 7 chance, what is that, somewhere around 15% chance that you never actually get to reap the benefits of that. So that's one of the arguments I would make for why maybe saving money isn't the best decision all the time. Another reason why I think investing might not be the best thing to do for every single dime you have is that, like I said before, investing is about putting yourself in the best possible position. It's not about hitting the jackpot. For me personally, I've just got in a habit. I know that every single month when I get paid for my business, there is going to be a $750 withdrawal from my account because I've set up an automated savings. It's an automated withdrawal. It goes straight to my investments. And if I look at what this might be worth one day, let's even just assume that I start with $0. I've saved nothing to this date. And every single month I decide to save that $750. And I don't have to skimp out. It's not like I'm, reducing my lifestyle. It's not like I'm spending less or really focusing on where am I gonna save 30 bucks to make this happen. It's just a habit. And if I do that $750 a month, and let's say over the course of my life, I get, let's call it 7.5% rate of return, because I'm a really aggressive investor. I do like to invest in 100% equities. We could talk all more about, what investment strategy you should use, but for me, I'm comfortable using 7.5%. And let's say that I let that grow from now until retirement age, 40 years. What does this get me at the end of the day? Well, I know that if I just invest what I'm already investing for the next 40 years, I'm gonna end up with $2.2 million. And at the end of the day, we can use a pretty simple financial calculation called the rule of 4%, and we can plop in that $2.2 million. And what it will actually spit out for me, how many times is it gonna take me to enter $2.2 million on here? What actually happens if I invest that money and use it for retirement using the 4% rule is it's gonna kick out $88,000 every single year. In addition to that, I'll have rental properties that are paid off. Maybe I've sold a business, whatever it might be. That is plenty for me to retire. That is more than enough. So all I'm saying, guys, is for me to skimp out on my life now and sacrifice all the fun I could have or the enjoyment I could have in the moment just to try to shoot for the fences and create a retirement that might be one increment better, it doesn't make that much sense to me. So all that being said, guys, for me, I just know that any massive wealth that happens to me over the course of my life, if I should be so lucky, is gonna come from the work that I do. And I know that for me, I wanna be able to enjoy that money. And at the end of the day, I wanna make sure that I'm not sacrificing everything right now just for some imaginary future that may or may not happen, even if I already have all of the bases covered at this point. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this video on why I actually don't focus that hard on saving money. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on more post notifications. More post notifications again. How many post notifications do I need to turn on? Subscribe and turn on post notifications for more videos just like this one every single week. Until next time.